time no see. Y'all know what it is. Pantha Politix Podcast. I'm your host, Seven Da Pantha, a.k.a. the Carolina Hurricane with ridiculous slang, a.k.a. your baby mama's favorite rapper, a.k.a. a bunch of other stuff you probably shouldn't say to my face. Anyway, with that said, y'all already know how we do it. We always bring y'all the dopest artists from the PN and beyond, and today is no different. So I want to introduce y'all to somebody that y'all might not know. And it's okay, because today I'm going to learn you. Okay? Introducing the one and only JJ Hudson. How are you doing today?
What's poppin'? I'm good.
Poppin'. Her and Pop, we'll get to that in a minute, but yeah, it's all good. So JJ, tell me, where are you from originally?
Well, I was born in Bellevue and grew up in Crossroads, Bellevue, not the Richie side, so I still felt cool. And then I moved out to Lake City. I lived on Trey Deuce behind 7-Eleven for a minute.
You know what that's like?
Yeah, really loved that area. The people were cool to me. And then later on, I'm sure we'll talk about what happened in between that. And then now I live out in the countryside with my mom.
The countryside?
Yes, by the river.
Man. Now, see, most people are automatically going to say, and I know it's attached to your name, much like it gets attached to mine, which is a little troubling since I live in Tacoma, but it always says Seattle artists, you know. But, I'm pretty sure you don't mind, though. It's much better than saying, the artist from the countryside.
I don't mind.
Now, I see you listed as a lot of things. I saw you listed as a model. I saw you listed as a rapper. So you listed as... So what is a JJ Hudson? Explain it for me.
I'm J-Moji. I'm everything.
J-Moji, I love it. The runway OG.
See, you listen to my music.
You know what I'm saying? I'm on it. I'm on it most definitely. So, I mean, how long have you been into modeling?
Modeling is my first, piano is my first love, but modeling, I've been modeling since I was like 15, 16 years old.
You're very good with the keys.
I appreciate that.
I heard you on,
Thank
I heard you on.
That's where my skills are.
Oh, man, modeling since 15?
Yeah, I did.
Wow.
Yeah.
I want to be like you when I grow up. So, I mean, what made you decide you wanted to do that? Or is it just...
Modeling?
Yeah.
Well, the funny story is I was actually my height was 5'3", and I was a national cheerleader at 14 years old, and but then something weird happened, like when I turned 15, over summertime I grew. I'm just kidding. That's normal.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
so I went from 5'3" to 5'9". And my mom looked at me like, you know, a dance mom would do. I got a beautiful daughter. Bless my mom. Thank you for having me. I appreciate you. But like, she's like, you got to model. So she did the mom thing, took some photos of me with my little teddy bear backpack, you know, back in the day in the 90s. And we submitted to the #1 modeling agency in Seattle called Hefner Management. And they took me on. And after that, it was game over.
So, and you're still with the same company now?
Oh gosh, no, they say I'm fat. Yeah.
I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah. No.
Y'all should stop messing with people though.
No,
that's all I'm gonna tell you. Mm-hmm. You should stop playing with people like that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
No, it's crazy.
So you go from piano and cheerleading to modeling, and how, pray tell, does JJ Hudson the rapper come about?
Yeah, well, so like, that came after some trouble happened on the streets. I use it as an outlet, and I met some really good people in my life, and they gave me something to use and to stay straight.
I love it. Yes.
I know I'm white and I rap.
Hey,
it's hard.
You know what? The funny thing about that is, I think that it's not as difficult to be a white rapper because
I know.
You know, we have like one of the best rappers ever. Is, you know what I'm saying? Just happens to be a white guy. So, and I'm a big fan of his.
Yeah, I got respect for.
Big time. Yeah.
We have a lot. I just feel though I say that I feel like people giggle, and I kind of giggle because it's like, excuse my language. Fuck, how do I get respect? You know, I'm white. I'm a female, and people think things are handed to me. But when you find out my story, nothing's handed to me. I worked my fucking ass off, and I'm maybe not an artist that was born to be an artist. But why judge me for using it as something to help me with my recovery? Like, fuck you if you don't want to support that.
The way you play the piano says different. I think you were going to be an artist.
Oh, thank you.
Most definitely. There's a fine line between being a manufactured artist and being somebody who genuinely cares for what they do. You couldn't make the music that you make if you didn't care about it.
Alright.
You know, you wouldn't be able to play the piano the way you do if you didn't love it. You know what I'm saying? So if you love what you're doing, you're an artist, no matter what anybody thinks about it.
Right.
So at the end of the day, we are in a competitive sport.
Oh gosh.
You know, I rap too, and I'm a black guy that raps.
Yeah.
So, you know, and even for me, it's, especially, you know, being new to the Northwest, it was a fight just to get even to the level of recognition I have right now. So,
Right.
so we're gonna get into some of that backstory that's in between, you know, to hey, you know, hip hop. So.
Can I ask real quick, time out?
Yes.
Where are you from?
North Carolina.
Very cool. I've actually always wanted to go there.
You should. North Carolina's dope.
It's hot and beautiful. Yeah.
I mean, it's the thing about North Carolina that is very different from here. Like today, we got all 4 seasons at different points in one day.
I drove through those seasons.
Yeah,
here.
you feel me? So I'm saying, like, you get all 4 of them all at one time. At least in North Carolina, like, it goes the way it's supposed to, and it's like 3 months of this, 3 months of this, 3 months of this, and 3 months of that. So yeah, it's dope. And the music scene in North Carolina is super dope. I think they love
anything
it.
East Coast is dope.
I think they love you out
I
there.
appreciate that.
Now, okay, so at what point would you say things might have gone askew for you?
I would actually have to say when I was a model. At 17 years old, I had a huge contract to fly down to Miami, South Beach, and live in a huge model house and model for Wilhelmina, mega models. At this point, I was doing like name brand stuff. They were flying me for everything, paying for everything, which I had no idea or could comprehend what that meant. Exactly. I mean, I was invited to Paris Hilton's like club parties at 17, and at that age, you don't know what's going on. You got coke around you, you got men paying for you. They want you to be hot next to them, and I was too young to be there. 100%.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and then coke happened.
You know, the funny thing is, coke happens.
Coke.
It happens.
White girl happens. On white girl. So.
I'm dead. That is too funny.
So my modeling career went south, and then just bad things were happening to me at a young age, and I didn't understand those things.
Right.
Some sexual things down there, and it happens, and I called my mom, and there's more to that, but it doesn't need to be said, but my mom flew me down back home right away. She didn't understand. And after that, I got into pills, and then the pills went to heroin and just being around bad men. Luckily, I didn't shoot up because that's another devil, but like, yeah, I know. But I got into drugs and just made bad choices, and then really a lot of times what happens to females, they attach to a guy.
Right.
And then I'm not blaming the guy, but I'm so vulnerable. I'm a female. You just kind of follow their lead, and I just became him, his little side person, and I thought it was love and this and that. Sometimes it was love, sometimes it wasn't. But after abuse and drug use and just bad things, I was trying to get into rehab. I tried a lot, but it's not easy in the state. It took 90 days for the state funded to approve me. And during
that can happen in 90 days.
Yeah, a lot can happen in 90 days.
Goodness.
Yeah, and with that said, in that 90 days, something really bad happened, and he did something bad to the wrong people. But I'm not saying names or who and what, but some things later on, yeah, it really fucked me over.
Man. So I mean, your mom flew you back home, but even removing you from the environment of where things were going bad wasn't changing the effect that it had on you. You could take a person out of this place, but if you don't deal with what their damage is from that place, they're basically just bringing the damaged goods back home with them.
Yeah.
And that's essentially basically what happened.
Yeah, I didn't tell my mom what happened.
Oh man.
Yeah.
And do you regret not having that conversation when you got back here?
Yes and no. I think she could have helped. She's always been my ride or die. She would do anything, spend her last dollar, save me, protect me, cover my story, all that. And yeah, she probably doesn't know what happened down there with me, and then why it continued. And I didn't know what else. I was so low and felt so degraded and lost my modeling career because of some fucked up pervert photographer taking advantage of a 17-year-old. Yeah, and it's sad because it's happening every second.
Yeah, and I was gonna say that's the bad part. Like it's bad that it happened to you, but the worst part is that it continuously happens. Yeah. It was happening before you.
Oh yeah.
It happened to you, and then after it's still going on because at some point, especially when you're dealing with young girls, they don't have the wherewithal, so to speak, to step up and say, hey, something's wrong with this. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I didn't know.
The beautiful thing about your story though is, and at the point where I discovered you were coming out of the other side of that and beginning to really put yourself out in the public again. And so it's been interesting watching you grow right in front of the camera. Like it's really dope. It's really dope.
You actually have been following me.
I really have, yeah. And I at first I'm not gonna lie, I mean, I'm like most guys. I saw a pretty face, so I followed you.
I appreciate that.
And but I also followed you because I said, well, she's a pretty face, but I looked at some of the other people that follow you, and they're people that I have a lot of respect for. Yeah. So I was like, okay, she makes music. These people follow her. At the very least, even if her music sucks, she's nice to look at. Cool.
Yeah. I'm serious.
I'm just keeping it
real.
real.
People don't like my music. It's okay.
People don't like it.
I said if some people don't like my music, please still support me as a human.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
And I respected you because I saw who you were following as well.
Your story is so dope. Like when you started like leaking parts of it, and I was like, man, that really just takes you so far beyond being the hey, I'm the attractive girl who can make music and I model and I do this, but I'm so much more than that.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna let my past hold me down.
Exactly. You don't let it define you. Your music is so celebratory. It really is. Like it makes me feel like I need to get up and do something. You know what I mean? Like I can't just sit around and chill. You ain't gonna sit around the house chilling unless you had a few edibles and maybe toast. You know what I'm saying? But otherwise, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna be up jamming. So what was the very first song you recorded?
My first song was actually Banger Banger. It was kind of like an EDM style with rap. Came out with like a Bone Thug singing, feeling it at the beginning I like. And my producers actually fought every day for that one because the placement of that was ridiculous. That was 7 minutes. What were they thinking? When I have to perform that, I'm so miserable.
7 minutes?
Yes. Like, who wants to sing a 7-minute song? But it's dope. I like the beat.
Yeah, I mean, I can tell you from personal experience, anything over like 3.5, 4 minutes on one record, I'm hard. So I'm exhausted, turn it off.
Yeah, so I like it. That was my first rap song, and it was cool. Yeah.
So I mean, this is the $1 million question.
Oh gosh.
And any rapper, MC, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
When you put the pen to the paper to write raps, do you love what you're doing?
Here's the thing with me. I'm not at that level yet. Okay. I can write about my life in a journal, but my team helps me write my stuff right now. Okay. And my dream is to be able to be at that level, and
you'll get there.
All I have to do is do it.
Yeah.
And I haven't done it yet, but when that day comes, when I start doing it, I know I'll do good. But yes, I do not do that yet.
It's okay.
I'm cool with it.
Yeah. I'm cool with it.
I wish I could. I'll be there. I can't do everything. Jeez.
I know, right? Like
I'm trying, guys.
Especially when you're independent, you don't have like a record label throwing hundreds of thousands of dollars around.
It's hard to make it.
Yes, very hard.
At that point, you're really just producing art in your love, and that's where I am at right now.
I think you're doing it really smart though, because the way that you release songs is not like overkill. Releasing one, boom, 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 boom. You're spacing them out. You're giving the song time to grow, and that's dope. And then also within the time of that one record growing, you're working on another record, but you as a person are growing at the same time. So now, if a person's paying attention and they listen to the music from the beginning to even Let It Pop is a celebratory party song, but you can hear your growth as an artist in that song.
I felt it. Yeah.
And the promotion leading up to the release of the single was fucking awesome.
Cool.
I just want to tell you that.
Thank you. Gosh, I'm learning. I follow other artists. They're teaching me from the Pacific Northwest. I mean, I can't do this on my own.
Oh no, we all gotta learn from something.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, I take my cues from, rappers that I used to grew up listening to in the 90s that are still, active. And
very cool.
Some of them are going independent, which is smart.
It's the only way I think right now.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So I mean, like, Who, like, as far as music, like, who would you say are your, like, inspirations? Music?
Well, apparently it's the High Children, the crew I'm with, because they helped me
Absolutely.
write my music. So, yeah.
And who all is in the High Children?
We got Jamal and Jason. George is now in it. We got Peter, he does like our arts, and then we got super producer Robbie Rob. Shoot, I don't want to miss him. DJ Third Degree from California, that's my dude. We got Grand Mixer GMS. He does K-Fox with DJ Nastiness.
Nastiness. That name is so dope. that name is so dope. Wow.
So yeah, we got a pretty fat crew. I mean, right now we're at a point where we're old, and like, you know.
Did you say you're old?
Oh yeah, I mean, they got families. We're juggling being we got someone down in California being a teacher, got a son, family, marriage, making music. We got Nez who's married, doing music, helping college rap radio. You got me who I don't get money handed to me. I work 12 hours at Medari Motorsports in Kirkland and make my money. I take care of my mom, my house. We got, super producer with his artists out in Minnesota.
We're gonna put a big long beep over you saying where you work at.
Why am I gonna get stolen?
I don't know if you're gonna get stolen, but I don't want them to steal you because they heard it on my podcast.
I work at the beat.
I would feel so bad.
It's okay, it's bound to happen someday.
No, I don't want it to happen. That's awful.
I sell cars, beat.
Yeah, no doubt.
I rewind it. I said it so you can cut and paste it, right? No.
Nah, we just gonna beat that shit
up.
up.
So anyways, my whole crew, we have so much going on. What were we talking about?
About what your inspirations are.
Yeah, so my crew.
No doubt.
We're super busy.
No doubt. It happens. I mean, as you get older in business, especially in the music industry,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? The ability to prioritize the music gets harder as you get older.
It's hard, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like even, I work 10, 11 hours a day. So it's like, okay, bang, now after I do that, I still gotta do A, B, C. When do I have time to write? Like when do I have time to pick beats? Like I don't have time to do none of that. But I find a way, you know what I'm saying? It's some sleepless nights involved in it, but I find a way. Now as far as modeling goes,
yes.
I know you said you lost a big time contract, a lot of things occurred, but you're getting back. You get it back in the swing.
Yeah.
And the gentleman, what's his name? Ian? He
Fair.
takes great pictures.
Yeah, he's amazing.
He is awesome. Goodness.
Yeah.
That is, I guess the question I want to ask is, how difficult has it been, especially trying to get into the whole cycle of the music industry, being that you are a woman, you're an attractive woman, and most people assume that because you didn't come from a long line of doing mixtapes and all this other stuff to get to this point, that it's just going to be easy pickings to take advantage of JJ. You know what I'm saying? Have you had a real issue with that, or I mean, I'm assuming that you've been with the High Children since coming into the fold, so it's kind of like you have had some insulation. But I mean, at the same time, I can imagine there's some difficulty there.
Oh yeah, I feel people take advantage of a lot of people. I guess like I'm more safe right now with the crew. They really filter what I can and what I do. Not saying like I can't go date or anything, but like they just make sure I'm safe because they know what happened to me in my later 30s, which we didn't go to chapter B yet, but
we'll get there.
yeah, I understand. So yeah, I mean, like people take advantage of people. There's still a lot of things I do for free because I love and respect people. Because I mean, we all have to start somewhere.
Okay, now I'm gonna ask a question that we can beat this out too. I don't care if we can beep it out. But I'm curious to know.
Oh boy.
How old are you?
Why do we have to beep?
We don't have to beep. If you feel comfortable
Can I
saying
ask?
it, then
Tell
just.
me how old you think. I don't know.
How old do I think you? Do you really want me to tell you how old I think you're like 27.
19. No, just kidding.
I was like, she's probably like 20.
I'm 33 and a half.
See? I was like, she seems. I was like, the way she carries herself there's youthful energy to it, but she doesn't seem young, but she looks young. You know what I'm saying? So
there's no beeping out of that.
No, there's no beep. There's no beep. We'll let that ride. But the name of the place, that's got to go.
Why? I gotta know. Time out.
But I mean, you know what? We don't even got to do that because you have taken pictures at work and they're on Instagram and on Facebook and you're like, hey, I work blah blah blah. And I saw this stuff. So you know, it is what it is. Yeah, and you know what? You're one of the few people I know, especially in the music industry, who don't mind putting a lot of those elements on front. Like, hey, I got no reason to front for you. I sell cars. I do that.
I'm on Facebook.
Yeah.
How am I gonna hide?
This is true.
It's hard these days. You can't hide no more. You can't hide. Google Earth knows where I'm standing.
Absolutely.
You know
This is true. This is true.
Zoom in.
So I guess, like, are there any plans for a JJ Hudson album, maybe?
Right now, I've been doing a bunch of singles, kind of learning my style and swag. I do know I'm gonna be working on a song called Happiness, and that's gonna like showcase my piano skill and singing, hopefully. And I'm gonna be honest with you, singing and playing the piano at the same time is so hard.
Oh yeah.
It's people can do it, but man, that's my next goal.
Just put the shades on and swing your head like this, and it'll work out just fine.
Yes.
It'll work out just fine. Now, we was looking at this paper earlier. We was looking at this paper earlier because you had some stuff that you.
I'm gonna try to pronounce the words.
So the good thing is we just addressed the happiness, which is good.
Yeah, homework.
No doubt.
I'm super excited. Okay. I just found out I'm gonna be doing a song with a Bay Area artist called Lyrical C.
No doubt. Lyrical C, what up?
Thank you so much. It's gonna be on an album called Compilation, excuse me, with Killer Priest from Wu-Tang.
So.
And Casual from Hieroglyphics.
Yes.
Those are big words for me, y'all.
Whole high road crew, how y'all doing out there in the Bay, man? See, she got me messing my words up too.
I'm affectious.
I do this.
I have respect though. Just words are very hard for me sometimes.
Oh, it's all good. Trust me. I have a friend who's a rapper who we had to tell him, I need you to simplify your vocabulary because the words you're trying to use, you can't say them.
Oh, I understand.
And once he did that, things changed drastically. But the whole time he's trying to say certain words, and I'm just like, you do realize you sound crazy, right? Don't do that anymore. Now, what's your, and this is something I don't get to ask a lot of people. What's your process like in the studio? What's it like when you go?
So first we'll find a beat, and then either my writer will lay it down, and then I'll hear it and see if I vibe with it, and then I'll hide it from one of the other guys from the crew because I don't want him to know. I think I like his better or something.
I love it.
So I like to rap as Jamal better than Jason, but I sing better with Jason's songs than Jamal. So it just depends. But someday I'll be able to do it on my own. This is the truth. I don't need to hide nothing. He'll send me something. I'll practice it in my bed every night, just over and over and over and over and over and over and over. And then I'll let them know, hey, I'm ready. Then I'll go in and I'll lay it down. And then we'll just go section by section. Just make sure they like it. And then, master it.
I love it. Yeah. Okay. So the JJ doesn't stand for Jason and Jamal, does it?
Probably. Dude, the world probably did do that. The universe is crazy.
Oh, that's hilarious.
That's facts right there.
Hey, I don't know.
You can't hide evidence. That's so true.
She's hilarious and I'm high. This is a crazy combination.
I need an edible too.
It's all good. Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
okay. All the way live. So I mean, like, you're 5'9".
I'm 5'9".
Jeez.
I measured my legs. They're like 3 feet. Could you imagine?
So that means like over half of your body is legs.
Yes.
Well, it's okay, because in that black dress that you're wearing in your recent pictures, it shows.
Thank you.
They look very nice.
Oh, yeah.
It's very nice. I can only imagine that it's a lot of fun being you sometimes, right? You know, you get to be in front of the camera and do your pretty thing, and then you get in the studio and do your JJ thing. And like, you always seem to be really enjoying what you're doing.
I do.
And it is infectious, absolutely, because I think even more so, I might have told us a fairy tale earlier, even more so than the face, it was the energy that made me be like, I should follow her. Let me just see where this goes, you know what I'm saying? I don't know many white female rappers. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, this is gonna be interesting. And as I went down a rabbit hole, and I kept following you, and I'm watching, I'm like, yo, JJ is really dope. Like, she's a dope person at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
So
growing.
This is I almost feel like this is a pretty shitty question to ask.
I like any well, I don't like every question, but let's hear it.
So say if tomorrow, for whatever reason, you didn't die, but you just kind of vanished, right?
Mm.
What would you want people to remember about DJ Hudson?
I just want people to know whatever happens to you, don't be scared from it. Like, keep going, and you can live life again. There's so many things right now I should be scared of. I shouldn't even leave outside the door, for what has happened to me. But I just pull every strength out of me to know that, it's possible to continue your life after what has happened to you, trauma or whatever, and just enjoy life because life is short.
I love that. Absolutely. Now, you said earlier, I have a very good memory sometimes.
Oh, very good.
Sometimes. You said that we didn't get to part B. So, let's get to part B.
Yeah.
So what was part B? What is part B exactly, and at what period does this come into play?
So, like, from part A, something happened, and then part B, I relapsed and got found by an ex from the previous time that I was trying to, get away from. No disrespect, but he's just not a healthy person and was involved in bad things and this and that, and we just got deeper in the game, deeper on the streets, and then the abuse was just hard, and the addiction, the drugs, the way he had to make the money, the way we had to make the money, and the things I was forced to do. When you get down to different levels of life, you just see a darker side.
Oh yes.
It got to the point it was like almost black web stuff. So shit happens. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, shit does.
Sorry, it opens up doors. It's hard for me to talk about.
It's okay. No worries.
I'm just really lucky to get out of it.
and we are all very glad that you did. Most definitely.
Yeah.
Because then you would, who's gonna let it pop if you don't?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I know it pop.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, was that video as fun to make as it looks?
It was so drunk. I got them all drunk. It was great. Who wouldn't want hot ladies around you? And I wanted to. Okay, no disrespect to my female models, but like I wanted to spank the booty. They were beautiful. I love ladies.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I do.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I'll find my baby daddy someday, but I still love females.
She said, "I'll find my baby daddy someday."
I'm getting all my A's. What am I gonna do? I need to bring one in the world. I need a boy.
Oh my God!
Are you cheating for him?
Yes,
Yeah, I did
very,
that.
very. That is funny to me. Oh my gosh! Now that's deep. And I guess it only seems deep to me because most people that I interview or that I have interviewed thus far either already have kids or like most of them are on that end of it that we were talking about earlier with your crew. Like how everybody's older and now they have families. And
Yeah, I'm coming late.
You know what I'm saying? And that's fine. Like,
Yeah.
realistically, that's a good thing in a way because now what you just really getting into this and finding your groove. You know what I'm saying? Like it gives you that freedom to kind of keep doing it at a level that you need to do it at to get where you're trying to go.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Without the handcuffs. And I'm not saying that children, my kids, love you. No handcuffs. I'm good. Just saying.
Yes.
It's not the easiest when you got, little mouths to feed and all that.
Yeah,
stuff,
absolutely. It's hard. They're expensive. They're time consuming. And I've dated a man with a child, and it was the most amazing feeling to have a child in my arms. But like, it's time consuming.
Oh, very.
So I give you mad respect for what you do as a father.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's cool though.
Yeah.
Kids will show you some things about yourself. Absolutely.
Oh, that's true.
Kids will show you some things about yourself. So I know you have the song on the compilation coming.
You said it beautifully.
Yeah, I've been saying that word for a really long time.
Do you want to know something?
What's that?
I've never heard that word in my life.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I know. I'm gonna Google it afterwards.
That's deep. So yeah, okay, I can dig it.
So then I can have more meaning for it.
Do you have any shows coming up?
Yes, I'm super excited. For this Friday, it's going to be Bridging the Gap. I'm going to be opening for Kid Sensation, and there's going to be some comedians. Juan's there, and then that's going to be at Hudson Mediterranean Cuisine in Ravenna in Seattle.
Ravenna.
I think I said that one right. I hope so.
Ravenna. Do you know what that means? So, Kid Sensation, like Sir Mix-a like Kid Sensation?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. My bus is on Broadway. Okay, that's what's up. That's dope. Okay. So, like, how often do you put? I mean, I know, like, with COVID, it wasn't like no
zero.
Going on. Like, it was no performing going on. But like, okay, so how often are you like looking to perform? Like,
Well, I don't know yet. I just performed for the first time for DJ Nasty Ness's wife Lola up in up at a restaurant in Bellingham, so that was cool. What you like? Is that what it's called? What is it?
That's what I like.
That's what I like. Excuse me.
That's what I like.
Can you edit that?
Huh?
Said it wrong. I'm sorry. No disrespect.
Yeah, that's what I like.
That's what I like. Filipino food. It's really bomb. Sorry. But that was going so good.
Oh, good. Trust me when I believe me when I tell you if that's as bad as it gets, we ready to go. Don't worry about
That was
it.
bad.
No, that wasn't that bad.
I'm slouching.
I mean, at least you said
That's
like.
bad.
At least you had like in what you said.
Whew,
You know what
that's
I'm saying?
family though. That's not good. I'm human.
There was a like in there. I'm just saying. We
Thank
going
you.
with that. We
He's
going with that.
supporting me.
No,
Okay.
always. You know that.
So that was the first time performing since I performed last time, I think, in Bellingham as well at Wild Buffalo.
Yes.
So
That's
it's
right.
been a long time.
Wow, both
I
of
don't-
us.
Yeah, it is dope.
I
But
love this.
that was my first time, and there was like 10 people there.
That was the first time. The first time I performed there was I actually had only been living in Washington for 2 weeks, and long story, but I got the hookup, and it was a really pretty big size show, and I got to open, and I was like, oh, this is kind of dope. And then I did my first headliner show in Washington in Bellingham at a spot called the. Oh, I'm so sorry. It's called the Swillery. The Swillery, I think that was the name of it, but I think it's closed now. But yeah, it was pretty cool. And don't worry because when I did my headlining show, there might have been like 14 people there.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I
it is what it is.
yeah, Ness told me it's your first one. Just go out there and pretend there's a lot.
Yeah.
It's practice. I said, yeah, I know. I don't even know who I am, so sure.
I always perform the same way, whether it's 1, 100, or 1,000. The same energy regardless of how many people. Because you never know that one person that's standing there watching could be the one person that can change your life forever.
Yeah.
Just because they like what they say.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, I feel like there's a lot that you have a great team around you, obviously, because everything is going really well. You know what I'm saying? And it's shaping up the way it's supposed to. And of course, along the way, if I see something, I'm like, hey, I think you should probably do this.
No, God.
Do that the next time. That was kind of crazy, you know?
That's fine, yeah.
But you know, I mean, and like I like me and my artists do it all the time. You know, so I put out a little video clip promoting my project, and my dude hit me was like, "You should delete that now." And I was like, "What? You should delete that now?" And I'm like, "Okay." I deleted it, and then as soon as I deleted it, he said, "It's down." I was like, "Yeah." He said, "Now let me tell you why."
Oh.
And he went into this long tirade, and it was great advice. And I was like, "You know what? I never thought about that. Let me redo it." So I redid it, and it was much better the second time. But so what's
Have I done something like that?
Oh no, not at all. I'm just saying, like, just so you know,
Cool.
we cool like that. So if I see someone, I'm not just gonna let it slide. I'll be like, "Dang, my
appreciate
problem."
that.
You know what I'm saying? I'll let you be like, "Yo, that's kind of wild, JJ. What you doing?" You know,
What?
you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta look out for
Thank
each
you. I
other.
appreciate that.
Now, do you feel? I ask every artist from here this question because it's super relevant in the broader scope. Do you feel any added pressure being an artist from here? Because the Pacific Northwest, especially in hip hop circles and more urban dynamic music circles, is not. Nobody's looking to the Northwest to find it.
No,
You know what I'm saying?
it's slow.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah.
So I mean, is it like it's like an extra book in the backpack? You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Like,
of course. I mean, that's always a thought in the mind, but like, to be honest with you, if you just focus your mind on becoming famous or known or successful in one category, how are you gonna make it in life? You're not. When you want to be successful, you need to be diverse. You need to know everything about life. You know what I'm saying? So why be good at one thing? So if I don't make it in music, it's okay. At least people are gonna, if those people who knew me in that category knew me, and then I got car sales, I got my modeling, and I got this and that. So it's all good. I'll make it.
Any plans to act?
I might do this thing where I'm a backpack on a motorcycle as a zombie. Like, that would be dope, right?
Yeah, I like that.
But I gotta get approval to get off work.
That's the worst.
Right?
I actually missed the audition.
So, like, let me out.
I missed the audition once because I couldn't get off work. And it was awful.
That's
it was
what I'm
for a
saying.
play.
It's
I was
sad.
like,
Right.
I really wanted to do it, but
acting would be dope, and I had a role as one of, I think it's semi-lead, but not really lead, I don't know. But he just told me it's 4 days, and I'm like, fuck, I'm already doing another show that I'm gonna tell you guys about later, but like, I don't know if I can I wanna do it. It's in acting, it's gonna be dope, but I mean, I don't know. But yes, I wanna try acting. Yeah, we'll see. But be successful in everything, because if one doesn't work out, you got something else, but just feel good that you are diverse.
I love it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And you said you got another show that you had to tell us about?
Yeah.
What is that? What is it?
That one's gonna be, I'm headlining with Joy Cool from Strange Music and my crew, the High Children, and it's gonna be the Edge of Reality tour. Roxka, he put it all together, and it's gonna be at Tony V's Garage in Everett, June 18th. And I got tickets, hit me up.
Tony V's Garage in Everett,
Yeah.
June the 18th.
Yep.
Y'all heard it here. You probably didn't hear it here first because I actually saw it on Instagram already, but y'all hearing it here.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna take that for what it's worth.
Yeah, so that's gonna be probably my first big show.
I
Yeah.
dig it. Oh,
Yeah.
Well, you know, June 18th. Am I gonna be in town June 18th?
If not, you can
If
see
I'm
it
gonna
live on
be in
FaceTime.
town June the 18th, I'm coming. I don't want to see it on FaceTime. I
I
want to
was
come see
kidding.
it live.
Yeah.
I want to come see it live so I can be like, I know her.
Oh.
That's no, I gotta see the podcast. I'm gonna pull up YouTube and be like, you see this?
I always have respect for you.
Yo, okay, so Happiness is the next record you're working on?
So I already laid down the piano on the beat. We're trying to figure out if the chords are correct to match the style of singing I'm gonna do. It's not gonna be rapping, but it may break into rapping. The freestyle piano part is very filthy on it. Brings out like a jazzy, classical feel. But it's gonna be dope.
Who's some of your favorite musicians?
Oh gosh, I'm an 80s baby. So I grew up with Tupac, Eminem, Biggie, TLC. I don't care. I respect all the new artists, but you probably only hear me say like Gunna, Drake, or yeah. I mean, yeah.
The ones.
The ones. Yeah, Jay-Z, Jim Jones.
Jim Jones.
I mean,
yeah, that guy. You know, Jim Jones has changed some things. He's grown big time.
Yeah.
Big time. It was a point in Dipset where we laughed when they said Jim Jones was a rapper. We was like, Cam and Jewels, that's all y'all got. Get this guy out of here. And then it turns out that Jim Jones knows how to make a record.
Yeah.
And he makes the best albums out of Dipset, period.
Yeah.
Something's going on. I don't know what that is. I don't know. I'm tripping. Something's going on with my thumb. Or maybe I'm just high. I don't know.
I was gonna say we were high.
Before I forget, I want to send a special shout out to our sponsor today, Matisse Beauty Supply.
Yes.
We shooting in a beautiful luxury of their building because the other venue did what they did. But it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? Matisse stepped up for us. Great place to get your hair supplies. So y'all make sure y'all come pay them a visit. They're right over here on South 12. So, you know what I'm saying? Matisse Beauty Supply, M-A-T-T-I-C-E.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Oh, man. Is there anything else I'm going to ask you?
Oh.
Are you a natural blonde?
Do you see my eyebrows?
I do. I just wanted to see what you was going to say.
I'm pretty sure I'm brown with some highlights.
I mean, you know, yeah, it's, man, I don't know. I feel like, this is going to sound crazy when I say this.
Oh boy.
But no, like, I see you with the hat on, your hair is blonded, and you give me the whole B-Rabbit vibe.
B-Rabbit.
B-Rabbit vibe, yeah, I don't know. It's weird. Am I tripping? You do know what I'm talking about, right? From 8 Mile?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, B-Rabbit, yeah.
You want to explain? My mom's from Detroit, Michigan.
Oh, no
so
doubt.
maybe it's in the blood. Who knows?
Hey, I ain't mad at that at all. Detroit, one love to y'all. There's some really dope artists out of Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
Really dope. Matter of fact, Detroit. What up to my man Benz? He's one of my main producers. He lives in Texas now, but he's from Detroit.
Cool.
So who do you want to work with that you have to work with?
I was like, oh God, you see the fear in my eye?
That look was priceless. Oh my God. She was like, why would you say that? How dare you ask me
The
such a
reason
thing?
why I said that was because DJ Nasty Nez and I are working on me right now.
No doubt.
But of course, I mean, I do want to work with some great people, and I will let you know on the next one.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Because I don't know yet.
See, honesty take you a long way. Rappers, talking to y'all, rappers. It'll take you a long way. This is Pantha Politix. Politicians, honestly, it'll take you a long way. I promise. Man.
But I'll know when it's right.
Absolutely.
I just don't know yet.
Because you can't really force it. It's gotta
I
make
gotta earn
sense.
people's respect.
Oh yeah.
That's plain and simple. No one's gonna. They could be super good, and I could have names behind me, but does not mean I'm gonna be allowed to be on things. I have to earn it and work hard and actually be good at what I do. This is music. This isn't like if I was playing football, would you let me on the NFL if I was in middle school?
No.
Thank you. I'm not saying I'm middle school rap right now. I'm hoping I'm junior high. You know? But I'm just saying, you guys will know on the next interview who I want to work with, or you'll see it. That's it. Thank you. Sorry.
Just because of who you run with, you're not privileged to be on a song with anybody
Thank
or
you.
work with anybody.
Thank you.
Remember that. See, usually I be the one having to drop jewels on y'all, but today JJ got to come. So, again, thank you so much for being here, JJ. I appreciate you. Shout out to my man George over here. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the whole High Children. The High Children. I love the name. Nasty Ness. What's up, bro?
Can I say I love them?
Please.
I love my family, my work crew, and thank you, DJ Nasty Naz. I love you and the THC family, and thank you so much for having me. You are super dope. I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying?
JJ Hudson, Seven Da Pantha, Pantha Politix.
Check out Let It Pop.
Check out Let It Pop. Matter of fact, before we go, where can they find you online?
Oh, okay. Well, it's really simple. It's just JJ Hudson on Facebook, and then Instagram, I am JJ Hudson. TikTok, I'm not a TikToker, but I'll put some stuff on there. That stuff programs you.
Yeah.
So anyways, I am JJ Hudson, and you can find me on all music platforms. Just support me. You don't have to like my music, but if you do, I appreciate you.
TikToker. All right now. One love, y'all.
Let's pop.